Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Donna Dreams. It is your lady, Miss Z. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Just a little closer, okay? Um, Make sure that you like and subscribe if this video resonates with you. So, you guys know I've been absent just for a few days. I think I did put out a video at the beginning of this week, but I've been trying to go within and trying to heal some things within myself, so that I can always be ready for you guys when I come on here to help and heal others. Okay, so that's very important. This is going to be an ancestral reading as promised. It's going to be how are the ancestors communicating with you, okay? Because they've been communicating to me and they want me to actually, I'm going to be using another tool. Uh, I feel like it'll happen later on in the month, or probably next month whenever it's ready for them to have me reveal this to the channel or to within my readings, but I will be doing other forms of divination as well. But anyway, this is going to be how are the ancestors communicating with you. Basically, how are you receiving signs right now? How are you receiving messages? Or what do you need to do to get that message from them? So just whatever comes out, we're just going to let it flow. You have stone 1 that you can choose from, stone 2, or stone 3. So I would like for you to breathe in and out. Ask for your ancestors to surround you. Ask for them to choose a stone for you. And the one that you're most drawn to is going to be the one for you. Also, if you would like to book a reading, as you all know, go to donnandreams.com. The link will always be in the description box and we can get that popping. All right, so let's go ahead and start this reading. If you need more time, please pause the video, but we're going to get right on into it. We'll just put that back there. Okay, so for those of you who picked the first stone, let's see how your ancestors are communicating to you now. Okay, so there's a bit of a strain to try to communicate with you. I feel like it's just a bit of a strain, because I see that you are like almost a person slamming the door. So it's like you see it, you see what's in front of you, but you slam the door. So that can always communicate that either the message is coming off like it's scary, because sometimes the ancestors communicate and they don't want to make you afraid of the message that they're giving you, but it's definitely an important message that they're giving you, but it seems like you may be shutting that message out. Okay, and then we'll go in with these cards as well. Yeah, this card coming out, needing to seek a shaman. So you may find yourself seeking a reader or seeking someone with wisdom. Because the ancestors, for those of you who picked this one, the ancestors that reside within you are very much elders. Sometimes you have those young elders, but this is one of those ancient elders that really knows their stuff. This one fell behind the camera, so put that right there. So we're going to stop right there. Okay. See how the ancestors are communicating with you. Oh, okay. So the first thing you have is have a gift, work on it. So for those of you who are familiar with readings with me, and I'm not going to take too long, guys, but I will say for those of you who have seen this card, this basically tells you that you have a guy, you either have sight or some type of energy. Everybody has different gifts, okay? But this is seeming like, it seems like they put things dead in your face. Like they may have somebody come knock on your door and tell you a message, and it's actually them. It's actually them sending this person to speak to you. So they actually kind of guide people to you, like earth angels or earth guardians, something like to that arena, because they kind of want someone to say exactly what what they mean. You may sometimes be confused by their message, but when they bring it to you, you tend to shut it out. So I do feel like there could be some freaky stuff happening to you as well, that goes on in your household, or just some things that you're like, no, I don't even want to. I don't even want to get into that. That just seems like too, a coincidence, or like a coincidence or something like that. So it seems like they try not to make you afraid, but there's also, you see this card is in reverse. So this represents, again, a door. Um, and you have them right here in the background trying to give you guidance, and sometimes it can come off as if you are kind of walking your own path, and that's okay with them, but they do have a lot of knowledge to give you, because this represents you kind of running into your own path, and they're trying to guide you in a different way that will actually help you even more on your journey. But you do have to take in those messages. You do have to receive those messages. And it seems like, again, they're at your door. So it's like it's right in front of you what the message is, but you may push it out because sometimes you know it, and it may kind of scare you how blunt it is. But it's there. But this is in reverse, so that tells me that the energy is still here, but it's kind of blocked in a way that you may be kind of just pushing it off to the side, like, they don't really mean that. No, it actually does mean that, so take that into consideration. It seems like, yeah, this ancestor really wants to help you, and they're pointing to a situation in the past. And I don't want to talk about a message here, just how they communicate with you, but I will say that this ancestor is pointing towards some issues of the past that do need to be healed, and that could also be blocking your gift. Because it's definitely there. They definitely recognize it's there. It's just kind of like being pushed away when you avoid messages. When you indicate that you're not receiving a message, it kind of shoos them away in a sense, okay? It's kind of like when you're telling your girlfriends or your boyfriends, it don't matter if you're male or female, it don't matter. But basically, you're kind of telling this person, girl, you don't need to be with him. You really don't need to be with him. You need to leave him alone. And then after so long, the person keeps asking you about the same person. They just don't listen. You just say, forget it, I'm leaving. Well, the ancestors kind of have that same attitude because they're you and me when we pass on. We have these same attitudes when we go on into the other realm. We may be elevated, but at the same time, our personality kind of stays the same. So if they try to get you a message and you're just kind of like, I don't want to listen to it, that kind of sends them the wrong signal. So you want to make sure that you're acknowledging their messages, even if you don't take it. Even if you say, well, my ancestors want me to do this, but I'm gonna do something else. At least give them thanks for coming into your realm and actually helping you. Okay. So anyway, and that was the ancestor speaking through me, because that was powerful. Okay, I react negative to others. So they're recognizing that you have energies around you. You may not know how to control that. So consulting them would be really good. Or keeping up with them for those of you who do have the connection. Spiritual bond, deepest connection. So that pretty much speaks for itself. You do have the connection. Anyway, deep trauma holds me. So again, it seems like there's issues from the past, and it's also within choices. When you have a choice, a big responsibility or a choice coming up, they definitely try to give their 2 cents in and say, hey, you don't even have to have those 2 choices. We got another option coming in. So just pay attention. That's your main thing. This is how the ancestors are communicating with you right now. I wish I could go deeper, but I don't want to make this video too long. So book a reading. All right. So we're going to close that out. Oh, that was a powerful ancestor coming through for that one. All right, so let's see what you have. How are your ancestors communicating with you? Okay. So the first thing I'm seeing is a cat, a black cat. So that represents animals. That represents things seen through the night. It could also represent them contacting you through dreams as well. So if you feel like I don't know how to explain that, but I just feel like things would be kind of underneath the surface. I am hearing speaking as well. There's a lot of witchy energy here. Witch, wizard, male or female, doesn't matter. So divination as well. They can communicate to you through your cards and stuff like that, or whatever type of divination you use. But it is important to hear them first. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. It's important to hear them first. Even if you gotta use some certain types of divination, you wanna hear them first. For some reason, I don't know why that resonates, why that makes sense. But we're gonna just roll with it and see how the messages come out. I'm hearing because of distorted messages, okay? Because of distorted messages, they don't want you to get the wrong message. The ancestor that you have to pay attention to. Okay, so everybody got the gift today. Okay, so you have the gift, work on it. Let down your walls, make connections. Waiting is coming. Okay. This is not one that comes around often. But you do have animal kingdom energy. So you have ancestors in the animal kingdom that come forth to you. These messages are all coming out. Okay, guys, I don't know what happened, but we back, okay? But you guys didn't miss anything, I promise. So let's see what's going on here. Because this is all scattered energy. Okay, so this is an ancestor that steps forth when you are actually kind of reverting away from your dreams and your goals. Okay, so this is an ancestor that's really focused on helping you to get to your highest achievement. I think that it's an emotional thing from them because it's a passed down. It's passed down. Like it's everyone that came before you. Going down to you, like they want certain things that they know that you can do. They believe in you pretty much. Because you have heritage right here. And this is also followed by passion, which you are being led to do. So this is a lot of the soul mission. And they feel like, even though others might get in the way, you have haters in the building. So it always means either others getting in the way of your goals, or you see other people failing, or you might see yourself going down that road as well. It's not to distract you, okay? So there are lessons to be learned in any path that you take. They don't want you to stray away from your path. That's the main thing with this ancestor, and they really step forth during this time period, and you could really feel their energy. They want you to hear those messages because of that. So when you hear yourself, you're hearing them as well, and you have the gift, work on it. So they definitely want you to make the connection a little bit stronger to them. But again, animals here. So when you get those intuitive feelings, that's them as well, to just do something and you don't know why you're doing it. Do it. Okay, just do it. All right, you're being led. You're definitely being led because you have a blocked opportunity right here. So this opportunity could bring you money, it could bring you more happiness. It's just an opportunity. It's a seed to be planted, but it must be planted. So never doubt why you're doing something. They want to always remind you to continue to hold on to what you have, hold on to your abilities, hold on to our heritage. It means a lot to them when you're able to pass down a generational gift. Okay, and that's what it seems like you have. Rather is music, art, psychic abilities. It doesn't matter. Those are just the typical things. Okay, it could be fashion. It could be whatever. You want to take those intuitive nudges towards your life path. If you feel like you're going the wrong direction, you don't necessarily have to change your whole life around, but try that new direction and see where it leads you. Okay, if you feel like you can't stray away from a path, that probably means that you have work to do there. So just pay attention in those ways. Okay, you have let down your walls, make connections. Okay, so they're also saying that you're going to be linking up with people soon. But we're not going to get too much into a message. I'm just trying to, again, communicate how they're communicating with you. But you have waiting, it's coming. So the things that you're wanting, the things that you're working hard for are actually going to come into fruition very, very soon. So the message may be distorted right now, what you're receiving from them, but just know that they are trying to guide you to your highest elevation. They want you to continue down this path. So everything that you have is within you. Okay, your connection to them is within you, and it's put it this way: when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna feel them because it feels like they've done it. They've done it before, and they have. Okay, so follow your path. When you follow your path, that's how they're talking to you. All right, so let's go to the last one. Let's see how the ancestors are communicating with you. For some reason, I'm going to say this. I'm hearing trial and error. So it looks like you're going to be breaking up any past karma, bringing things into a completion, but that trying to get to another as to how they communicate with you. You may not be able to see or feel. Some of you can. That may not be all of you, but I'm hearing that somebody won't be able to see or feel. But number one, you want to go out in nature more so that you can revitalize your connections, if that makes sense. Because when you're a child, you'll pick up that little, snail on the ground. When you're an adult, you're running from it. You may pick up a little bug. It won't bother you as much. But when you're an adult, that bug is like a dragon or something. So you don't do it. So just opening up those pathways, which you definitely have them surrounding you. So it's not that it's lost. But if you do want to, you got some cards coming out here. Let's see what this is. I'm going to do it again because I want to make sure. Prepare for ritual, lacking chemistry, aggressive tide. I don't trust that voice. And you also have not listening. Okay. Okay, so we got one on the floor and one right here. Okay, so let's see. So that card definitely wants to come out. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that and avoid it here. Okay, so I will say this for some of you, there is a sadness or a depression that is being shown. And I think that kind of may block out the waves of getting you back sensitive. But if you want to be sensitive to to hearing them, because it's not impossible for you to do that. It's not impossible for you to hear or see them, because I feel like even orbs may come up somewhere down the line. I don't know why, but I feel like that will happen, where you can actually get a glimpse of seeing the other side or that other realm, but it's just you being sensitive or maybe desensitized. So you have to do things to keep that energy going, to keep that gateway open, to keep you connected. You said, not you, I I need a break. So basically getting back out in nature or water or somewhere where you can just feel, breathe, and not stress, all the messages that you need will come in, because you definitely have, I can't say that, but I will say, for those of you who picked this one, more than likely you actually do have two guardians beside you, because that's what I seen. I don't know who that was, but that's just what I seen. So that's the message that I'm give resonates with. Um, represents don't of this person or feeling like this person is not there anymore. They're definitely still there. Okay, you may still be wrapped up in that energy, or you may feel like these offerings that you make to this person, they're not getting them. They're definitely getting them. They're definitely receiving them. Like I said, if you want to feel their energy, it's not impossible. You just have to open up in that way. And also, your emotions can cloud your thoughts, because we're intuitive. All this body of water in us, we're definitely naturally intuitive. So when you're clouded with your own water, and water represents emotion, so when you're clouded with your own water, you're not tapped into feeling them. But this to me represents a highly psychic energy here, because there's a lot of water. Whenever I see that, I know that this person is very intuitive, highly. But sometimes you can get wrapped up in your own emotions and miss a message from them, per se. And I feel like that's mainly what this is pointing to, being wrapped up in your emotions and kind of not really feeling what they're trying to show you. Okay. Because there's heritage here. So this is a gift passed down from your ancestors, and also tradition. I think that you are falling into your tradition. So if you get more connected to your tradition, talking about the evil tradition, I'm just talking about the traditions that admire who you are and what you represent. Those rooted traditions, do those things, you are connecting to them. Okay, never go wrong answering the call of the ancestors. So let me get this last card, because I feel like I need past pressure, needing to do some reflection on how far you've come, and appreciate that. Divine timing, everything will work itself out in time. You have duality, but you have it's all good. Okay, so you may be battling with yourself, but know that everything will come to pass and everything will be okay. All right, so I hope this reading helps you guys. Make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.